All right, welcome to the relationship show. This woman writes this post. How do you allow yourself to trust someone? She says, I'm not even sure I'm wording this correctly, but I can't think of a better title. I've been dating this guy for a couple months. He hasn't specifically done anything to make me feel I can't trust him, but my gut feels uneasy time to time. So sometimes it's like, when we've had past experiences of the person not being trustworthy or cheating or something that linked pain to relationships, sometimes it's tough to open back up because it's like we know we've been hurt very badly in this area of relationships, and then trusting someone fully is really, being vulnerable again, and it's not always easy to do. I do not want to be one of those women who constantly feel the need to check a guy's phone or computer or act suspicious for no reason, but I'm finding it hard per my own insecurities. Like a lot of people and women, I've dated several untrustworthy men. Being mistreated in the past makes it hard to trust anyone. Exactly that. It's like you've been hurt in the past. Now you have your guard up and you're bringing that to the next relationship. I've been abused by past partners. I've been lied to and cheated on. It makes me feel no one is trustworthy. As I think he might actually be a good match, I don't want to ruin things. I don't want to act unnecessarily suspicious. Has anyone else had to retain yourself to think positively, to not act suspicious with no evidence, to allow yourself to believe that a man might actually want to treat you right? Please tell me I'm not the only person who struggled with this problem. Okay, so how do you lose that suspicion? As people, we can check ourselves. So when we can recognize when we go into those states or those suspicious states, use questions as tools to really direct your focus. And so one question you can use right here in this situation is, what else can this mean? So if for instance, they don't text back for a day and you're thinking, oh, they're cheating, or you have these thoughts of some negative outcome, just check yourself before you take any action, before you act on those fears and insecurities. Ask yourself, what else can this mean? And then ask yourself, does this person really love me? Or does this person really like me? Or, what's really, do I have any like solid evidence that would support this insecure feeling? Look at things objectively and take a distance. So it's like just thinking of it right now, it's just like even spiritual stuff. It's like they talk about taking a step back. So like, the one I'm thinking of is the Dalai Lama talks about this in his book, The Book of Joy. But he talks about taking a step back from your situation and observing it. And when you can basically meditate and then look at the situation objectively, then it's more about you're not really related to that. It's not a part of you, not a part of your identity. The insecurity is not a part of your identity. And so therefore you don't feel it as much. And then you can act in a way that's more objectively based instead of just acting out of a place of fear. Not saying you have to meditate, but it is useful to, take some time to just reflect and then almost breathe and just objectify the situation and then look at it from that angle. Another one, just to really build your self-worth. So sometimes when people get insecure or fearful that someone else is cheating, it often comes from a place of them not knowing or them not feeling like they're good enough. So how do you do this? One of the best ways is to really just learn about relationships. So get your hands on every book you can, read everything you can. If you find a book that just really clicks with you, just read that book over and over and over again. I'm talking 10 plus times until it just gets ingrained in you. And then once it's ingrained in you, then you just react in accordance with those books and those philosophies. And then you start to imply your own situations and your own, once you have that foundation from the book, then you can apply your own like creativity as far as acting outside the book with the same guiding principles. So those are just a few, but Your options are improve yourself through like study, look at things objectively. So just take a deep breath, look at it objectively, and then act in accordance with that objective thing that you see as far as your decision making. And then a third option would be just redirecting your question. So, hey, what else could this mean? Or does this person really love me? And I have that reference now that I have that reference that they love me or they care about me. And it's like, okay, now I don't know if that's true that they would actually go and do this bad thing that I'm thinking up in my head right now. So those are three options that you can use that might help you in your situation.